Hi, Paolo. This is Christina from The Upcoming. It's so lovely to speak with you today.
Hello, Christina. Nice to meet you.
To start things off, could you tell us what your new film, The Holy Boy, is about?
Oh, the film is about PA teacher that arrives in this little town in the northern Italy called Remis. In this town, everyone is happy. Everyone is serene. And he finds out that there is a ritual, a really creepy ritual behind this happiness. Once a week, the people of the town, the community, goes in this big place, big room to hug a boy. This boy can free these people from their pain. Someone will introduce the new teacher, Sergio, to this ritual. Once they introduce the foreigner to the ritual, things spirals out of control.
And what inspired the idea for this film?
I really love horror coming of age. This is a folk horror, and of course, the Wicker Man was a big influence for me for this film. But more of all, I was inspired from beautiful coming of age horrors, such as Let the Right One In, Thelma from Joaquin Trier, Carrie, of course Carrie by Stephen King, and the film from Brian De Palma. I wanted to talk about a demon with the face of an angel. I am really scared about young, beautiful demons.
On the topic of Matio being a young, beautiful demon, can you tell us a bit about his character design?
I wanted to look like an angelic, but also with flawed physical aspect. Yes, this hair, this white hair on the side, and we don't understand until a point of the film why he has gray white hair, and I wanted to be like fragile. Yeah, I wanted to be fragile when you look it immediately, because when his fragility becomes dangerous, then you don't have also to be scared by him, but you have to feel for him.
And how did the casting process for Matio go? What qualities were you looking for in the actor?
I did a lot of street casting in northern Italy. Yeah, a theater school, a representation. How do you say? Yeah, exhibition in a theater school. He told me, Paolo, the casting director told me, Paolo, I know you want a northern boy, and he's from Rome. My heart skipped a beat. So she convinced me to prove this boy, and we did 4 casting sessions. He was never in front of the camera before, and he was young, of course, because he was 14 when we cast him, but he was also very mature for his age, and very mature about his sexuality, that it's really important in the film. So I knew he could handle the role. What I didn't expect was that he handled so well, a beautiful way. Giulio is a really special boy, and now, even if it's much younger than me, I'm honored to call him a friend, because I think he will do great things in his life.
And how did you approach portraying teenage sexuality?
In a gentle way, especially when we are on set, but when we write it, of course, I try to be sincere. Because, of course, as a gay kid, growing up in a small town of southern Italy, had issues with sexuality. So it's really important for me to be sincere, to say things as they are, not water anything. But, I didn't want the homosexuality of Matteo in this film to be a real issue. I really wanted to have a queer character, queer main character, a queer anti-hero, but not make it a real issue for him, because for this boy has a lot of issues. He gets called saint. Everyone calls him saint. This is the real issue. This is the real issue. I didn't want to problematize his homosexuality too much. For me, this was also rewarding, because when I was younger, I really wanted. I love anti-heroes, and I really wanted to watch a queer anti-hero. And this was really rewarding for me, because I love anti-heroes, and when I was younger, I really looked for an anti-hero to empathize with, a queer anti-hero to empathize with. So yes, this was really important for me.
Are there any fictional characters that were direct inspirations for Matio?
Fictional, yeah, of course. Carrie is one of the main inspiration for Matteo. But you start with inspirations, and then it goes in another direction. When you write the characters start to live. I really got to know Matteo while writing the film. Matteo, at some point, he had a life on his own, really far from his inspiration.
What do you think would have happened to Mateo if he hadn't met Sergio?
I don't know. I think it would have exploded anyway. Probably not in this terrible way. Probably not this much. Probably the body count would have been lower if he hadn't met Sergio. But I'm sure that every teenage boy that feels in chain, an hour later, he explodes.
And why did you choose judo to be the sport in question?
Thanks for the question, because it's really important, the judo for me, because it is about discipline. It's about discipline. It's incredible. No one has discipline in this film. It was important that a teacher of a sport so noble and so about discipline is a bad mentor to this boy, and it was important that he thinks, okay, let's free this boy, but don't use the discipline of his sport. It was a really important contrast for me. A sport about discipline and a person who is not capable to teach discipline.
And your film has a very distinctive and very loud soundtrack. Can you walk us behind your process for that?
I'm really grateful to Federico Bisoti and Detoat, the two composers, because the soundtrack, I wanted to be melancholic, and I wanted to be also an impactful soundtrack, and we really worked a lot to find the right tone, the right mood, and they were so patient and so brilliant. I really think these guys have it, and I chose them because I heard their beautiful soundtrack for another film that was in Venice 3 or 4 years ago called Mondo Cane. It's a beautiful soundtrack. Just go listen to it. I knew they were perfect for the film. The editor also, and I really rely on my editor when we talk about soundtrack. He's a incredible music editor as well, not also film editor. We missed just something at the soundtrack. That was a vocalist, and we find this artist I really love. From Ireland, is Kira, beautiful voice, beautiful angelic voice, beautiful person as well. A couple tracks over we wanted to use in the film, And later we asked, but why don't we ask her to do the vocals for a couple of brani, a couple of tracks of the soundtracks? And she said yes. So I was really happy because they made a really special soundtrack, and I hope people can also enjoy it on platforms when it comes out.
And just lastly, can you tell us a bit about your next project?
My next project is a psychological thriller and a family saga set in Bari from 99 to 2025, to the present. It's a female-led film about a mother and a daughter that go through their past talking, and the mother has a completely different truth about the tragedy of their past. It's pretty much of a mystery. It was a really fun project for me because it's really different from The Holy Boy. It's more fast-paced and it's more funny in a way, but it's also very cruel and very dark at times. And I can't wait for people to watch it because it has a lot of twists. I think it will be really, really, really cool to watch it with an audience when it comes out.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.